David Hume was a famous Scottish thinker who lived during the Enlightenment period. He had important ideas about many subjects, like philosophy, history, economics, and more. He is best known for his thoughts on empiricism and skepticism in philosophy. One of his most well-known quotes shows his empirical approach and how he carefully looked at how humans understand things. Reason is, and ought only to be the slave of the passions, and can never pretend to any other office than to serve and obey them. This quote comes from Hume's book, A Treatise of Human Nature. It is a deep and meaningful quote that helps us understand Hume's overall philosophy better. Hume started by believing in empiricism. This is the idea that all knowledge comes from what we experience through our senses. In his book, he says that humans are mostly creatures of feeling and emotion, not just purely logical beings. He challenges the common Enlightenment view that reason is the main thing that guides how humans behave. Instead, he says that reason's main job is to serve our passions, which are like our emotions or desires. According to Hume, passions are the main things that make humans act. He says that reason can tell us about the world and help us understand what might happen because of our actions, but it doesn't actually make us do things. For example, knowing what nutrients are in food, which comes from reason, doesn't make us eat. Instead, feeling hungry, a passion, is what makes us want to eat. This shows how Hume believed that passions are more powerful than reason in making us do things. In Hume's view, reason has a more basic role. It figures out how ideas are connected and finds the best ways to get what our passions want. Reason can tell us how to get what we want, but it doesn't tell us what to want in the first place. This is an important difference. By saying that reason is the slave of the passions, Hume is stressing that our desires and feelings set the goals for what we do, and reason just helps us reach those goals in a smart way. Hume uses this idea in his thoughts about morality too. He says that we don't figure out what's right or wrong by using reason, but by using our moral feelings. These are the feelings of liking or not liking something that we get when we think about certain actions or people. So Hume's moral philosophy is based on feelings. He argues that reason can help us find out facts, but in the end, our moral judgments come from how we feel about those facts. This view has big effects on how we think about ethics in society. It means that trying to build moral systems on just logical principles is not the right way to go. Instead, Hume thinks that moral systems have to be understood based on how humans think and feel, and how certain actions and behaviors make humans feel a certain way. Some people think this makes Hume an early thinker in ideas like emotivism and other non-cognitivist approaches in moral philosophy. Hume's ideas were very new and controversial when he was alive. By saying that reason serves the passions, he went against the common rationalist views of thinkers like Descartes and Kant. His work set the stage for later ideas in both philosophy and psychology. Hume's thoughts predicted some of the main ideas in psychoanalysis and modern cognitive science, which often look at how reason and emotion work together in human behavior. Hume's statement also makes us think about issues today. In fields like behavioral economics and political theory, the idea that humans aren't purely logical but are greatly influenced by emotions is becoming more and more important. Hume's insight that our logical thinking serves our passions instead of controlling them gives us a powerful way to understand why humans do things and make decisions. In conclusion, David Hume's famous quote captures a key part of his philosophy. It highlights his empirical approach to understanding human nature and shows how he believed that emotion and desire are the main drivers of human action. By saying that reason is a tool for reaching the goals set by our passions, Hume criticizes rationalist theories in a big way. He provides a framework of ideas that has influenced many different fields of study. His work remains a keystone in the study of human nature, morality, and how reason and emotion interact.